So that is a special topic I want to talk about today, and this topic is called time travel. How you can be able to travel into the future. Why I'm bringing up this particular topic is that it is very, very important, and whoever that want to succeed, we listen to this video and you learn. And I kid you not, if you watch this video to the end, you will definitely become rich within from 5 years time to 10 years. I kid you not. So why do I call this particular topic time travel into the future? Is that I want you to understand that for you to be very, very successful, you must have to be able to travel at least 5 years, 10 years, 20 years into the future, so that you can be able to perform effectively and be able to make something for yourself. You know why this is very necessary? It is very necessary because, let's take for instance that you are in a classroom, and a classroom of maybe 100 people in a seminar, and a business opportunity comes up, and you are required to raise like 5 million naira to do a particular business. Do you know that 5 million naira can take some persons 1 week to provide that money and do the business? Do you know that the same 5 million naira can take some persons 1 month to be able to raise that money and do the business? Do you know that the same 5 million naira can take some persons 1 year to raise that money and do the business? And do you know that majority of the people, this same 5 million naira can take them 3 years to 5 years before they can be able to raise this kind of money and do the business? So what does that tell you? What it tells you is that you should know, you should plan at least 5 years in the future, because such opportunity do come, and it is not when it comes that you begin to do the preparation. So you must have to plan yourself. Know that anything you have to do in the nearest future, you have to begin it now. The important lesson from this is that you should know that majority of us in the society are in this category of people who 5 million naira will take them 3 years to 5 years to be able to raise that kind of money. So if you find yourself in this kind of category, it means you must have to think 5 years, 10 years ahead of other person, because if you fail to do that, when the opportunity comes, these other people who are in a wealthy background, who has better friends, who has better connections, will take up the business while you waste away. And why do I say this? I say this because the problem we have in society today is that people want result urgently, and nothing good comes that easy. Nothing good comes so instant. Any profitable business that will make you wealthy will take time. It will take time to build. It will take time to sustain. So overnight success is not success, and it can never be sustained. So why this is very important is that all of us come from different backgrounds, and you will not use because of your background and take it as an excuse, because if you fail because of your background, you will be blamed. Like a brother also said, that you will explain tire. If you try and there is no result, there is no evidence that you try. So what you have to do is that, since you know that majority of us in this category, that you cannot be able to raise 5 million naira to 10 million naira within a space of 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month, just know that anything you have to do with money, you have to plan it years ahead. And what is good about this is that if those people who can be able to, if opportunity like that comes up, and the people who has that capacity, who has a good family background that can raise that kind of money for them, if they are bringing their money and doing the business, you yourself who has prepared against the business 5 years time will also be bringing your money, and all of you will meet at the success table. That is why it is very important, because what it means is that you have to try You have to plan 5 years ahead of those people who have those leverages. So if you know you don't have that leverage, that anything you have is yourself, that anything you have to do with any money you have to raise for a business must come from you and you alone. So it means you have to plan it ahead. Nobody is going to help you. So, but other set of persons has people who will help them. But most important thing is that at the table of success, nobody cares. Nobody cares how long it took you to raise that kind of money and do that successful business. Nobody cares if you take this one week. Everybody meets at that table, and when you meet at that table, all of you would become mates. And another thing is that those people who has a good family, who has a rich family background, that was able to raise that fund within 1 month or 2 months or even 1 year, you are still ahead of them. Do you know why you are still ahead of them? Because you raise the money yourself and do the business, but they take advantage of leverage, and people who are in their family, people who are in their network, to raise that fund, but you do it yourself. And the one thing I want to also explain to you is that anybody who, no matter how big the project is, and you have a clear vision of the project you want to go into, I kid you not, within, and you give it a time, within 5 to 10 years, there's no way you will not succeed. You must succeed. Why some of us waste years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, is that we don't have clear pictures of what we want, clear pictures of where we are going, clear pictures of anything we are going to do. Because if you don't have that clear picture, what it means is that any road you see, you will follow the road, whether it takes you to the destination or not. And then when opportunity comes, you will not know that this particular opportunity will lead you to the right place. But if you have clear picture of what you are, of where you are going and where you are heading in 5 years' time, any opportunity you see, you will seize it. Any opportunity that will lead you to that direction, you will not hesitate to take action. But if you don't do that, you will be drifting, moving from one direction to another direction, and at the end of the day, you will find out that you will definitely achieve nothing. So find a way from today henceforth, find a way to travel into the future. And the one, if you are listening to this video at this stage, I promise you, you are going to succeed. And another testimony I want to give you is that I could remember when I was in the university, at my second year, I have already projected that before time of graduation, I must be able to raise at least 2 million naira at that time. So 2 million naira is like more than 10 million naira today. That was exactly, because that was 2008. So now, at the point of graduation, I gave myself that time, because I know it is not easy for me to raise that kind of money. So I have projected myself. My plan was that at the point of graduation, I can take the money, either I use the money to do business, or use it to start up a business, or to use it to begin to pursue my master's degree abroad. So that was my plan. And I was not very clear, but what I have is that I have a picture of what I'm going to do with the money. And when the time comes, but I need to have that cash, I need to have that resources first. So at that time, then I will know the best one for me. So that is how people who are going to succeed, that is how they plan it. So do you know that before the point of graduation, when I tell a few of my friends about the plan, they couldn't believe it. No, most of them thought I was joking. But do you know one thing? Before I graduated, I almost raised that money. It was not complete, but I have raised enough resources for myself. And it was only possible because I planned it. I know that there is no job in Nigeria, and I know how difficult things are. So I don't want to be in a situation where after you graduate, you'll be stranded, or whatever things, you begin to do a menial job to be able to get. So I planned. Even at that point, I was even doing some menial jobs I do a lot of businesses while I was in school. So, but what propelled me was my clear vision of what I want to achieve after graduation, because don't want to cry had I known. Had I known is a cry of a fool. So I want you to know that it is achievable, it is feasible, and anybody can be able to do it. The only thing you have to know is that you need to have that clear picture that you are going to achieve this so and so thing within that time. I promise you, you will do it. 5 years to 10 years is a very big year, and once you are consistent, you will be able to achieve it. So learn and find a way to learn how to travel into your future 5 years, 10 years ahead, so that when people when it is time for harvest, all of you will harvest together. Because when the kings are eating from the harvest, you also join them in the table. So that is it. My name is AGK Apollo. Thank you very much. Until we see again.